Watching this movie is like watching a watercolor painting melt before your very eyes because a kid poured water all over it. Both are unpleasant and not entertaining. I mean, I am just floored right now. This movie is just wow. How did we go from a superbly crafted film like Joker with great character study, a good story, and thought provoking commentary to this? This movie managed to destroy anyone's hopes of it actually being good. Birds of Prey is an annoying experience. From beginning to end, it's just awful. Oh, okay, maybe it's not completely awful, but let me explain. The story picks up after Harley Quinn broke up with the Joker. Why? Well, it's never made clear. I mean, all we know is that he used her as a pawn and that he wanted all the attention and dumped her, but that's all we know. As for Harley's backstory, well, it doesn't really exist. Well, okay, there is a little bit of something. There's like a 1-minute animation opening scene, and you want to know her backstory? Okay, she was sent to a boarding school as a kid, and she was raised by nuns, and she was the problem child of a facility, graduated from college, went to become a psychologist in an asylum, met the Joker, and then they broke up. That's it. If this movie was an origin story, it would have been a bit better, but nope. Oh, and she also owns a pet hyena. Like, that really added a lot. I mean, she's just a bad character in this movie. Okay, so let's talk about the other characters. Black Canary, who works at a club ran by the villain of the movie. I'll get back to him. Renee, a cop in Gotham who is after Harley, and a diamond that everybody is after. I'll come back to that. Cassie, who stole the diamond that everybody was looking for. I'll come back to that. Elena, aka the Huntress, the daughter of a murdered family, who is out to kill the men responsible for killing her entire family. And every single one of these characters are connected to Ramon Sionis, also known as Black Mask. Wow, what an unoriginal name. Yes, I know that was in the comics, but even so, couldn't they have come up with a much better name besides Black Mask? Oh, and let me get back to the diamond. See, this diamond was part of his wealthy family, and if Sionis gets a hold of it, he can control all of Gotham. Not that he doesn't have control already, or at the very least he thinks he has control of Gotham. See, okay, there's a big reason why I combined the story and the characters together. Both are terrible. None of the quote-unquote heroes are likable. None. None of them learn or grow throughout the course of the film. Huntress is after revenge for the murder of her entire family, and after she kills the last guy, it's like, well, now what? You know what, I'm done here, I'm just gonna go now. And apparently Ramon funded the execution of her family, which is just outright confusing. Renee has no clue what she's really after, and Casey has absolutely no idea what's going on. She's just as confused as the audience, if not more. None of them grow, and if they do, you don't care because you can't connect with any of them. See, there's this one thing about storytelling I don't like. It's where you tell the story, you know, straightforward like normal, but then you go back a bit, then you go forward to the present, then you go back some more, and then you go forward a little bit. It's just confusing. I hate it when people do that because it's hard to keep track of sometimes. This is part of the reason why I wasn't a big fan of Atonement, because it did that very same thing. The only difference is that Atonement had good writing, decent characters, and a good story. This doesn't work. Oh, and on top of that, they get basic storytelling wrong. A character is supposed to start somewhere and end somewhere. Here, Harley thinks that she knows how to tell the story, but she doesn't. She does not have any clue how to tell the story correctly. Oh, and the acting. Either they're overacting or underacting. Harley and Ramon do their best to overact their lines. It's almost like they're chewing up the scenery when the scenery is already chewing itself up. Now, if you can't connect with any of the main characters, sometimes the main villain is probably the best part of these types of films. When you can't connect with any of the main characters, surely the villain will be good, right? No, I'm sorry, he's just not. And don't get me wrong, I like Ian McGregor, I do. But the problem is that he does his best to overact. He is doing his best to overact and he's chewing up the entire scenery. I can't stand this guy. This is just a really bad performance. I mean, it's like he's so over the top, it's insane. And I hate every single line of dialogue this guy says, with lines like, I like crossbows, and is that a snot bubble? Ew, I changed my mind, get rid of her. And now the shrunken head is just an ornament in my dining room. Ew, I love it. Ugh, I can't stand this guy. So, okay, we've already established that all the characters are terrible, and we've already established that the main storyline is bad. What about the action scenes? Well, somehow they're dull, lifeless, and uninteresting. I mean, yeah, one or two shots that are pretty decent, like the breakout scene where Harvey is breaking Cass out of prison just because she's after the diamond too, and, you know, there's some decent slow-mo shots, but even then, it's just run-of-the-mill. Oh, and did I mention that this movie is just borderline stupid? In a warehouse scene, Harvey discovers that there's a bounty on Cass's head and that everybody is after her, thanks to Sionis, and Renee asks her to drop the phone, and Harvey does, but then she throws the phone at her and escapes. Okay, this is not a transporter movie. You can't just get away with whatever you want and expect it to be entertaining. You just can't do that at all. The action scenes are dull, it's just run-of-the-mill, and it's also stupid. This is easily one of the stupidest movies I've ever seen in my life. And by the way, do not have little animated text boxes everywhere, because it just gets distracting. These text boxes appear at random. All these text boxes appear whenever a character that Harvey knows or has had contact with show up in the movie, and they are random. For Sionis alone, this happens twice. What's the point of them? If you want to introduce their backstory, that's one thing. Suicide Squad did it too, but at the very least, it worked? Kinda. At the very least, there was a bit of backstory with each of the characters. But here, they just appear, a text shows up with these little animations, and that's it. I will admit that one of them was actually pretty funny and I did laugh. So, okay, you got me to laugh once at that. The problem is they're everywhere and it's really distracting. And plus, most of these characters don't show up again anyway. They either get axed off or they just disappear out of nowhere. Writing tip. Do not introduce characters with text backgrounds and a character description if you're never gonna show them again. Incorporate them into the story, but don't just say, here's a character, boop, you're never gonna see him again. I don't like it when people do that, so please, don't do that, future writers out there. Oh, and by the way, they did something that I didn't think they would ever do. They ruined Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend. You know, the classic Marilyn Monroe song? They ruined a classic. Ugh. Here's another nitpick that I have to mention. Okay, so this is Gotham City, right? You know, brooding, violent, moody, dark Gotham. It looks perfectly fine to me. Did the city get a complete makeover? And keep in mind, this is Gotham City. The Joker is still a thing. He is probably running a criminal network right now, along with the Penguin, the Riddler, Catwoman, and Mr. Freeze. So what are you doing, movie? And I know what you're asking, are there any good things about this movie? Yes, actually there are a couple good things. One, the production design is not bad. I especially liked the production design toward the climax at the end of the film where it takes place in a funhouse. It kind of reminds me of Pink Floyd's The Wall meets that Scream painting. Pretty decent. It's pretty wacky and atmospheric and I actually don't mind it. Also, Margot Robbie does, given all things considered, a much better performance of Harley Quinn than who in Suicide Squad. But even that movie was better. And you're probably saying, why are you saying that Suicide Squad is better, despite the fact that neither of those movies are good? Because as dumb as Suicide Squad is, at the very least, it's entertainingly dumb. Not great, but you can at the very least find some kind of humor out of it. Birds of Prey, I was just so annoyed by this movie. And another thing I forgot to mention. Okay, Birds of Prey. Okay, let's look at that title more closely. Alright. Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. Now, there is one tiny problem with this. The movie is actually an origin story about the Birds of Prey. So, what is Harley Quinn doing in here at all? Harley Quinn tries to chew up the spotlight in every scene that she's in, to very bad results. And on top of that, the movie at the end states that Renee, Black Canary, and the Huntress formed a group together called the Birds of Prey, fighting for justice in Gotham City. And by the way, did I mention that Harley Quinn doesn't even join this group? Yeah, she doesn't. At the end, she goes her own way, and it's like, what was the point of any of this? Overall, this movie is such a very annoying experience. Okay, and you want to know what the worst part about this whole ordeal is? The unsympathetic characters, lack of a character arc, bad writing, dull action scenes, terrible storytelling, all of this added together makes the whole movie boring. I was bored out of my mind. And it's funny, my friends and I walked out of the theater and I was so annoyed, and my friends actually liked this movie. And that's perfectly fine. You know, you have every right to like this movie. I'm not saying that you aren't allowed to like it. I'm just saying I hope you can understand my position. In my opinion, is terrible. Overall, you're not really going to get any benefit out of watching this movie, and I really don't encourage anybody to sit through it. The unsympathetic characters, lack of a character arc, bad writing, dull action scenes, terrible storytelling, meteoric production design, and like one laugh, I have to give a final score of 4 out of 10. It's not a good film. It is not one of the worst films I've ever seen, but it is one you should definitely skip. Oh, and I forgot to mention that the soundtrack is awful. It's absolutely annoying, it hurts your ears, and for whatever reason they decided to change the title to Harley Quinn Birds of Prey despite the fact that the movie itself is not changed. God, this movie's crap.